no money, and volunteer on the door. You should have realized that. One thing I learned though in that conversation was that if you want to be a firefighter, you don't just sit in a classroom and take notes and pay attention. That's a part of it, of course. But it also involves actual on-the-job training. Part of that training is something called a live burn scenario. Basically what that is a controlled fire in a real structure. They line up this structure, they send the trainees in with a simple goal: find the victims without fire. Why? Why do that? Why send these trainees into a building that's on fire when there's no one inside to save, other than things like, hey, victims? Why do that? Well, it's because it's one thing to know something in theory, but it's another thing to entirely trust in what you've learned when it hits you in the face and you can't see through the smoke. That's where training becomes a reality. That's where training moves from head knowledge to functional trust. And that's what Jesus is doing here. Jesus is not trying to terrify his disciples. He's not punishing them. Jesus is training them. Of course, not every storm is training. Let's be clear about that. Not every hardship you face is a lesson. Some are. Some are lessons. And maybe, just maybe, that storm that you're going through right now is evidence that God is with you. It's evidence that He's doing some deep, meaningful work inside of you. It's evidence that He is training you and teaching you to know Him more and to trust Him more. Maybe that's why you're going to work, going for it. James 1:2-4 says it this way: count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. Some translations say endurance. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. That passage tells us sometimes those trials with God.
Smile. You can't do camera.
That's what